in terms of what we're actually doing, at first when we started, I sort of went, oh, well, it's kind of stuff I kind of know, right? Which is a little bit annoying, but the whole reason why I signed up for this is because you're the first people who actually look at the way people learn, and I've actually shown we're trying to do it in a different method, and it links a lot to what my company does, because we teach football and we always talk about we're using the correct methods for teaching these kids, whereas other people are just doing command style stuff like that. Yeah. So straight away it sort of rung a bell with me, because I knew what you were talking about, and I was like, well, this is what I need for learning Chinese, because every way anyone else teaches me is command and direct, and it's not the way anyone learns, and it's certainly not the way I learned. So I mean, that kept me a bit more open to it. Even when we were doing stuff that I know, I sort of just started to notice other things, realizing that the pronunciation is a little bit better, realizing, like I said, that I'm remembering the tones and things like that. So for me, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's what I expected, but I just didn't know how you'd go about the process. So for me, sometimes just watching the process is interesting for me, because I'm trying to look at it and I'm sort of trying to apply things to what I do as well. So it benefits me in more ways than one, kind of, I guess. So for me, I'm pretty happy with it so far.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to hear it. And this section of the pronunciation mastery is, it's like I said in the first lesson, for if you already know some of the words, then it's your opportunity to like really nail them, because you're going to say them a lot. So it's great to get them down that way. But then also the other thing is that there's a lot of things we're incorporating into memory in this that we haven't necessarily directly talked about, but having the picture that very clearly gets across the concept of each of the words that you're learning will actually make it be stronger in your memory. And then actually, if you want to, in Anki, there's an empty field called personal connection. And what that field is there for is that if you have some connection to, like, for example, we had 非常热, meaning like just really hot, right? Well, maybe you can put something in there, like a time that, like for me, my instant reaction was, oh, that summer that I lived in Chongqing, because Chongqing is one of the 3 furnaces of China, they call them. And it was so hot. And it's like a very hilly city. It's like a city built in the mountains. So whenever you would go outside, you'd have to be like walking up a hill in 100-degree Fahrenheit heat. And I just remember, so if that were me, I would just write in the personal connection box, I just write Chongqing summer. And that brings the layer of memory even a bit deeper. So it's all just about efficiency, because if you just learn, oh, 非常热, that means very hot. And that's all you do. It's just a flashcard that says in the front, 非常热, and very hot. It's not, you will probably still remember it because Anki's awesome, but it will be boring, right? And so if you can make a personal connection to it, you can see the picture of the sun with like, the solar flares coming off and all of that, then that will take the memory deeper, which just means that you have to spend less time on it to get it into your deeper memory, which is, what it's all about. That's what makes it faster. So yeah, cool. And of course, when we get into the Hanzi movie method, that's where we're going to start to get really kind of much more innovative in terms of the study techniques. So